Hello, I'm Bunnery.
I'm Bread Mower, and this is IFXtra.
So, how's everyone been this week? I actually had a week off this week because we had a guest writer of questions for Thursday's Zeitgeist 20, didn't we?
Yes.
We had Darth who wrote 20 questions about pro wrestling.
Yeah.
And it was fascinating stuff.
It was very interesting.
I had no idea it involved so much.
I mean, we'll fill you in about it later and say how everyone
You should have watched it if you didn't see it.
But yeah, so you didn't have to write questions this week.
It's great. What have you been doing there this week?
Various bits and pieces. Little interference tweaks, nothing too exciting to report.
Yeah.
Working on a couple of bugs that people have reported.
Yeah.
Doing some loose file stuff.
How's it coming along?
As well. It's sort of getting there. I'm doing the big thing that needed doing, which is like a load of interface stuff and figuring out, dragging things around and all this kind of stuff. Nothing too exciting yet. But yeah, you can sort of drag some. I've put some sample puzzles in, and you can sort of drag letters around and then press guess, and they kind of flash green if they're right, and then shows you the next one, flashes red if you're wrong, and all that. So yeah, cool bits kind of getting there. Yeah, I've been doing some other bits related to trying to fund all of this stuff. So yeah, that's been the focus for half the week at least. So yeah, that's the thing. We were trying to sort out a bug on iPhone as well. If you use the new, I forget what it's called, zoomed mode or something, it embiggens all of the buttons and things, and it broke the palette basically. But we couldn't test it because in order to get access to that, we had to update the iPhone to iOS 15, and then it wouldn't talk to the Mac that we use for development anymore. And it just said, no, well, I was expecting that to happen. That'll happen next time. Okay, so I think we need to budget for a new one, so unfortunately. What happened this time then? It was just saying preparing iPhone for development.
It never happened.
Please wait. Yeah, so I left it for 4 days, and it didn't get anywhere.
It's quite like waiting.
Yeah. People online were saying the solution is to buy a new phone. Yeah. Don't have the budget.
We just got this one.
Eventually I got fed up with it and factory reset the phone, and that seems to have fixed it.
Oh, good.
So
Good.
at least I don't actually use that phone for anything, so we could get away with it. Anyway, so that's working again now, so I can actually test the bug fix for that. So yeah, lots of stuff. It's all coming along.
Nice.
Yeah.
Keeping busy.
Yeah.
Okay, now it's time to see who won this week's awards. Picture of the week this week goes to Merry Cricket for Strong Fox carrying a pig and a magic frog. I just love the face on the fox and all his muscles, and that frog looks really happy. The pig's not quite so sure, but that's brilliant. Well done, Merry Cricket.
My favourite description this week was cat pooping in a toilet while looking you straight in the eye by Bassett's. Now, they've really picked up on that thing that cats do. If I ever have to walk past our cat's litter tray when Dave, one of them, is sat in it, he will absolutely do this and not break eye contact whilst I'm walking past him. It's like some sort of weird asserting dominance thing or something. Nice work, Bassett's.
Community pick of the week this week goes to Heraclium for Realistic Unicorn, and this is exactly what they look like. They're white and sparkly and beautiful. That is amazing. Well done, Heraclium. They were amazing.
Awesome stuff there as always.
Now we're going to see what we were talking about last week in the forums. So last week in the forums I said, what is the best or funniest name you've seen for a business or shop? I'm particularly fond of a chip shop nearby called the Codfather. I think that's quite witty.
I think fish and chip shops and hairdressers are all about the pun.
There's
names,
one called Curl Up and Die.
That kind of thing.
Hairdressers.
There was one nearby here, on the other side of the A34, I think, called, I think the person that ran it was called Deborah, and it was called Debonair. Deb on hair.
Yeah, I see. Yeah. Well, Canabeta says, I live in Ireland, and there was this Chinese restaurant on the bus route to my in-laws called Soon Fat. Yeah. If you go there a lot, you'll soon be fat.
Pointy Cat says, I don't know if it's still there, but one time when I was on a bus, I saw this tattoo shop called Monsters Inked.
I like it.
Or something like that. Had a picture of Mike Wazowski with tattoos on the sign or window.
Cool. 9% said there used to be a place in the mall called, which served frankfurters and glasses of beer named Frankenstein's. I've actually been to a Frankenstein's.
Okay.
Yeah, when I was in South Carolina, we used to go to the mall in Charleston, and there was in the food court there was a Frankenstein's.
That's quite a clever name, because that's like a double name.
Yeah. And it was like Dairy Queen and all those others, but yeah, I remember Frankenstein's. It was cool.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Yes, 9% saying there's a beauty salon close to my house. The name of it is Unlike No Other. So I guess it's just like every other place.
That's like double negative or something.
Yeah.
Manic Dak said there's a florist near me called Sherwood Florist. So I presume Manic lives in Nottingham or somewhere. And a couple of towns over, there's a formal wear rental place called Friar Tuck's. Yeah, this is very Robin Hood. Yeah. I haven't found any other Robin Hood themed businesses around yet, but I keep looking just in case. Also, there's some kind of dog store place which is called Bauhaus, like the dog bark pun on Bauhaus, which cracks me up every time I pass it.
I like it.
Like it.
I mean, puns are always good, aren't they?
Yeah, they're great. Okay, now we're going to see what we'll be talking about next week in the forums. What musician or band, alive or dead, would you have loved to see live? I would have loved to see Mozart perform in a grand drawing room. I think he was quite a punk in his day.
If you'd like to chime in with that, just head over to the general discussion forum. It's the pinned thread for the week, so you'll find it at the top of the thread list. Cool,
and don't forget, tomorrow night is quiz night, so it's regular like, guys. 5 rounds, 5 completely different topics.
Yeah, if you've not seen this before, every Sunday night at 7 PM UK time over on twitch.tv/interference, we run Zeitgeist, the interference quiz of the week. It's a live interactive quiz stream where you get to play along against the rest of the audience, competing for points and places on the leaderboard.
Yeah, I choose my 5 favourite drawings of the week from interference, and then I build rounds around them. They inspire me.
Yeah.
Like you always say, if we have a picture of a seagull, we might have a round about seabirds or oceans or things that you steal your chips, as you say.
Exactly.
So this week's artists, I can tell you who they are, but I won't tell you which pictures, but the artists are 9%, Edo, Heraklium, and Manic Dak, and Tuposi Bisha-Tuak.
I see.
Quite a long name, that one.
Okay.
I don't know how you'd say that, but that's how I say it.
I think this is Tupo CB and they got locked out of their account and created another one. Yeah. I know that the CB is for country balls. Like, you know, the memes you get on the internet. So they're a fan of country balls memes.
Cool.
Which is how I learn flags. Anyway,
Nice.
I digress.
Okay.
I digress.
So last Sunday, would you like to know who won last Sunday?
Yes, go on.
It was Callum, really speedy Callum with 209. Listwitz was second with 190, and then Goose was third with 180.
Okay.
Reasonable scores, aren't they? I think it must have been quite a hard week, actually.
Yeah, well, that's it. Only one person over 200. But that's what you were originally aiming for, wasn't it?
Yeah. But on Thursdays, we have Zeitgeist 20, don't we?
Yeah.
20 questions on one topic. And this week, we had a guest question writer and presenter. Who was it?
So, yes, we had Darth, or Darth Akela, as you'll know her on Twitch, who did 20 questions on pro wrestling and then helped us out by reading the questions. And so we could have a guess along at them because we hadn't seen any of it ahead of time.
You knew quite a lot. I didn't know much.
Yeah, I mean, I hadn't seen any of this stuff for quite a while. Like, it used to be on Saturday afternoons in the 90s. So I sometimes watched a bit over lunch. And so I remembered some stuff and could guess at bits, but you hadn't really seen any of the kind of recent stuff at all, had you? It was quite interesting,
but I'm quite inspired to watch them now. I'd love to.
Sounds like all kinds of stuff happens in there.
It's crazy stuff. Would you like to know who won the wrestling?
Yes, go on.
Okay, it was Liquid Courage with 190, and Blue Jay Tempest was second with 170, and then there's a joint third, Jess and Rosie. Yeah. Is that right? 42, who got 160, the same as Jess. So that was exciting.
Yes, so a newbie Liquid Courage doing the best there. I get the feeling they were a bit of a wrestling fan.
I think,
because they were coming out with a bit of the background info in the chat, weren't they?
Good.
So that was Thursday. No guest writer next time.
No, I've written them myself.
Okay, so what's the topic then?
Just general sports. Could
Okay.
include anything at all.
Right.
But it's about time we have some sports.
Okay.
And we've picked a cool picture by James Hopkins.
Ah.
We haven't seen James around for a while, but yeah, this is a particularly cool picture.
Okay. Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, we'll have to see what that's about. I feel like I'll probably do worse on sport than wrestling because sport is quite wide and I don't know much unless it's a sport that I've actually played or it's some kind of e-sport.
Well,
I could maybe do that.
Maybe that'd be a separate topic one day, esports.
Maybe. I mean, you know, if it's about like Apex, yeah, no worries. I mean, or we know a bit about CSGO, don't we?
And bananas in pajamas.
Yeah, exactly.
Anyway.
No, hang on. Bananas in pajamas, was that cartoon or something, wasn't it? It's ninjas in pajamas.
Oh, was it? Okay.
Yeah.
I couldn't remember.
Anyway, okay, so sport will be on Thursday then. So if you'd like to join us for that, that'll be Thursday, 7 p.m. UK time on twitch.tv/interference.
Okay, that's all the news for now. Just goes to say.
Yeah, if you're not already taking part in the game, then get involved. You can play along on the web at playinterference.com or download Interference for your phone or tablet from your app store. You can also get social with us. We're on Twitter at PlayIFX, on Facebook at PlayInterference, and we're on Patreon at patreon.com/interference. If you want to give us a bit of monthly support for the ongoing maintenance of the game, working on the apps. I mean, the app is done, but you know we've still got stuff to do.
There's always little things here and there.
And I've got some cool things that I want to add in. Which are secret at the moment, but this will be cool if we can get them done.
And we want to feed the cats.
And we want to feed the cats, and we want to keep doing the quiz and build more interaction. We want to just make stuff for you. But yeah, we kind of need to fund it somehow. So if you do have any spare change, that is much appreciated. You get access to replays and interference and things like custom entrance shout out from Ava on the quiz if you're a quiz player.
Always fun, aren't they? Then? Okay, that's it for now. So we'll see you again next Saturday.
Yep. Have a great week. We'll see you next Saturday.
Bye.
Bye.